Hello dear students, in the video stereochemistry of disubstituted cyclohexane, you learn about the disubstituted cyclohexanes, 1,1 disubstituted cyclohexane, 1,2 disubstituted cyclohexane cis and trans isomers, 1,3 disubstituted cyclohexane cis and trans isomer, and 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexane cis and trans isomer. In this, you learn about the conformational isomers, their optical activity, and their relative stability. 1,1 disubstituted cyclohexane. In case of 1,1 disubstituted cyclohexane, this is the conformer A or conformational isomer A, in which the two substances are present on one carbon atom. X is at axial position and Y is at equatorial position. If we flip the ring, then we get the another conformer in which that X axial that goes at equatorial and this Y equatorial that goes at axial position. Geometrical isomerism is not possible in 1,1 disubstituted cyclohexane. Optical activity, the plane that passes through carbon number 1 and 4, including both substance X and Y, divides molecule into two equal parts and therefore it is optically inactive. Then conformational isomers, there are two conformational isomers are possible, A and B, but if X is equal to Y, then both conformers will be identical. Relative stability, whether A is more stable or B conformer is more stable, that depends on relative sizes of group X and Y. That conformer will be more stable in which bulkier group occupies the equatorial position. That's why if Y is bulkier, then conformer A is more stable, and if X is bulkier, then conformer B is more stable. Then 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, there are two geometrical isomers. One is cis isomer and second is the trans isomer. First we can see the cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. This is the first conformer, axial equatorial conformer, in which one methyl group should be present at axial and second should be present at equatorial on carbon number 2. If we flip the ring, then we get the equatorial axial conformer, means on ring flipping, axial methyl should be converted into equatorial, while this equatorial should be converted into axial. Then we can draw another conformer by taking its mirror image, means first mirror image is the third. Then we can either flip the third or take mirror image of second. Then we get these four conformers. Then optical activity, element of symmetry absent in 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. And that's why it is expected that it is optically inactive, but it is cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane is optically inactive. Because the conformer on ring flipping gives the conformer which is identical with its enantiomer. Suppose if you flip the ring second, then we get the first conformer and which is identical with fourth. Or if you flip the first isomer or first conformer, it gives the second conformer which is identical with third. Means simple word, or in simple word we can say that the conformer of a cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane on ring flipping gives the conformer which is identical with its enantiomer. Means similarly, on ring flipping, the cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane it gives its enantiomer. And as in both these isomers, one axial methyl and one equatorial methyl should be present, and therefore both are equally stable. And as the stability of these two conformers should be same, they exist in equal proportion, which makes the molecule exist as a 100% racemic mixture, and hence it is optically inactive. Then cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, we can see the relative stability. Now there are two conformers. One is axial equatorial and second one is the equatorial axial. Now one methyl group produces the two 1,3 diaxial interactions, means this methyl group it interacts with these protons. We can say that 1,3 diaxial interactions, or this carbon that has a 2 butane gauge interactions, means due to one methyl axial methyl group there are 2 butane gauge interactions. Similarly, the equatorial methyl that interacts with this axial methyl and the second another one butane gauge interaction, means there are total 3 butane Koch interactions, and on the basis 0.9 kilocalorie per mole per butane Koch interaction, relative energy for axial equatorial or equatorial axial conformer is 3 into 0.9, that is 2.7 kilocalorie per mole. Then trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, this is the conformer in which first conformer in which both these methyl groups are present at axial position. If we flip ring, then we get the another conformer in which both these are converted into equatorial groups. Then we can take mirror image of first, we get the third conformer, that is axial conformer, and on ring flipping, it gives the fourth one, that is the equatorial conformer. Then optical activity in the trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, element of symmetry absent, and therefore trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane is optically active. And these are the pairs of enantiomers, means first and third is the pair of enantiomers. Similarly, second and fourth, these are the pairs of enantiomers. Then relative stability in a trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, there are two conformers. One is the axial conformer, and second one is the equatorial conformer. In case of axial conformer, two axial methyl groups are present, and due to which they produce the 4 butane Koch interactions. And due to these 4 butane Koch interactions, on the basis 0.9 kilocalorie per mole per butane Koch interaction, relative energy, expected relative energy is, or the observed energy is 3.6 kilocalorie per mole. While in case of equatorial conformer, both methyl groups are present at equatorial position, and due to which relative energy is 0 calorie per mole, because they does not produces any butane Koch interaction, and therefore in trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, equatorial conformer is more stable than axial conformer. Then the conformers of 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, these are the conformers for cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, and these are for trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. Total relative or the order of stability of the conformers, we can say the trans 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane, that is equatorial conformer, is more stable than the axial equatorial or equatorial axial, and then the less stable conformer is the axial conformer. And these are the relative energies: 0.9 kilocalorie per mole, 2.7 kilocalorie per mole, and 3.6 kilocalorie per mole. Then 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane, it has the two geometrical isomers, cis and trans. First we can see cis 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. This is the conformer in which both methyl groups are present at axial position, that is axial conformer. On ring flipping, it gives the equatorial conformer, means both methyls are present at equatorial position. If we take mirror image of first, then we get the third conformer, and on ring flipping, or by taking mirror image of this, we get the fourth conformer. Means overall, there are two conformers are possible. One is the axial, and second one is the equatorial conformer. Then we can see optical activity. The plane that passes through the carbon number 2 and 5, divides molecule into two equal parts. The plane passing through carbon number 2 and 5 divides molecule into two equal parts, and therefore cis 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane is optically inactive. Then relative stability. First we can see axial conformer. In case of axial conformer, as the two methyl groups are present at axial position, it is expected, or it produces the 4 butane Koch interactions. It produces 4 butane Koch interactions, and on the basis 0.9 kilocalorie per mole per butane Koch interaction, expected energy is 3.6 kilocalorie per mole, but observed energy is 5.4 kilocalorie per mole. That is due to there are two axial methyl groups and they can strongly interact with each other, and due to which the energy should be increased by 1.8 kilocalorie per mole, and the observed energy is 5.4 kilocalorie per mole for the axial conformer. Then in case of equatorial conformer, both methyl groups are present at equatorial position, therefore there are 0 butane Koch interactions, and therefore the relative energy is 0 kilocalorie per mole. And therefore in case of cis 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane, equatorial conformer is more stable than axial conformer. Then trans 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane, this is the first conformer in which on carbon number 1 methyl group should be present at axial position, and on carbon number 3 it is present at equatorial position. On ring clipping it gives the another isomer, that is the equatorial axial conformer. Then on by taking mirror image we can draw the third conformer. On ring clipping it gives the fourth one. Then optical activity, the or element of symmetry is absent in a trans 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane, and therefore it is optically active. These are the pairs of enantiomers, that is first and third is the pair of enantiomer, and second and fourth is the pair of enantiomer. Relative stability, here we can see axial equatorial or equatorial axial conformer. In both these conformers, one axial methyl group should be present, and that's why both have the equal stability. The axial methyl group that produces the two butane watch interactions, and therefore the relative energy is 1.8 kilocalorie per mole for trans 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. Then we can see combine the conformers for 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. These are the conformers possible for 1,3 dimethyl cis 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane, and these are for trans 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. And overall stability or the order of stability of the conformers in 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane is cis 1,3, that is the equatorial conformer. It is more stable than the trans 1,3 axial equatorial or equatorial axial, both are equally stable here. And then the least stable conformer is cis 1,3 axial conformer, and these are the relative energies. For equatorial conformer 0.0 kilocalorie per mole, for axial equatorial or equatorial axial conformer 1.8 kilocalorie per mole, and for axial conformer 5.4 kilocalorie per mole. Then 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. In case of 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, there are two geometrical isomers, cis and trans. First we can see cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. In cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, one methyl group on carbon number 1 should be axial. Then on carbon number 4, it is present at equatorial position, that is the axial equatorial conformer. On ring clipping, it gives another conformer, that is equatorial axial conformer. If we take mirror image of first, then we get the third conformer, that is the axial equatorial. And on ring clipping or by taking mirror image of second, we get the fourth conformer. Then element of symmetry, optical activity, there are plane of symmetry or the plane that passes through carbon number 1, 4, including both these substituents, that is the methyl groups, divides molecule into two equal parts, and therefore it is optically inactive. The plane that passes through carbon number 1 and 4 divides molecule into two equal parts, and therefore cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane is optically inactive. Then relative stability, as one methyl group should be present at axial position in both these conformers, they can produce the two butane gauge interactions, and therefore relative energy is 1.8 kilocalorie per mole for cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, that is axial equatorial or equatorial axial conformer. Both are equally stable and have relative energy 1.8 kilocalorie per mole. Then trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. In trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, on carbon number 1 there is an axial methyl, and on carbon number 4 there is an axial methyl, that is axial conformer. On ring clipping, it gives the equatorial conformer. We can similarly draw the conformer third by taking mirror image, or on ring clipping by taking mirror image we get the fourth conformer. Then optical activity, the plane of symmetry is present here. That plane passing through carbon number 1 and 4, including both these methyl groups, that divides molecule into two equal parts, and therefore it is optically inactive. That is, plane passes through carbon number 1, 4, including the substituents, divides molecule into two equal parts, and as well as center of symmetry is also present, and therefore the trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane is optically inactive. Then relative stability, in axial conformer, two methyl groups are present at axial position, and that produces the 4 butane gauge interactions. Therefore, relative energy for axial conformer is 3.6 kilocalorie per mole. While in equitorial conformer, both methyl groups or both substances are present at equatorial position, and therefore zero Butein-Bosch interactions, and hence relative energy is 0 kilocalorie per mole. And therefore, in a trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, equatorial conformer is more stable than axial conformer. Then overall, we can see conformers of 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. These are the conformers for cis, and these are the conformers for trans. Then the order of stability of conformers in 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane is trans 1,4 equatorial conformer is more stable than cis 1,4 axial equatorial or equatorial axial conformer. Both are equally stable. And then the trans 1,4 axial conformer means the equatorial conformer is more stable than the axial conformer. And these are the relative energies for equatorial conformer 0.0 kilocalorie per mole, for axial conformer 1.8 kilocalorie per mole, and for axial conformer 3.6 kilocalorie per mole. In this video, we learn about the geometrical and conformational isomers of disubstituted cyclohexane. In that, 1,1 disubstituted cyclohexane, 1,2 disubstituted cyclohexane, 1,3 disubstituted cyclohexane, and 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexane. Thank you.